Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Now Jackson on first down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Give right side. Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Try and throw for it with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is on the way to regroup and keep them out of the end zone for the 2-point play.
Here I come. Switch. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down now, Swift. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the 24, Jackson forced out to his left. He's going deep for Brown, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 76 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. So now the Ravens electing to actually go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On second down, here's Fournette. And an alley to run. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Watch the safety. Check three. Check three.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
This time Jackson will throw it, eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. Here's Jackson to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
On first down, Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of
last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got a
decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. 2nd and 6. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's set. Second down.
For Juju Smith-Schuster. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Second and 10. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Jackson throwing again. And I think that one might be as incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. That's it. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Mike 51. Watch the slant. 51 to Mike.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Defense wins championships, baby. Hurry. Let it go.
Trying try to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Fournette running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And someone a little too eager to block this extra point. Henceforth, the flag. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Rip left.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Raven 1st down.
Mike 51.
Watch the slant. Go, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
Jackson on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Tucker, touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Bravo!
Looking to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
It's our field.
They're going to try and throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Oh, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Jackson escaping and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Able to get there and pick him. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. This quarterback now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get this.
Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette, and he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
On the set. 52. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Shoot. Check three.
Step.
On 2nd down, Swift. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Ready? 8-3.
2nd and 11. Screen pass to Connor. Finding room inside the 40. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. Matt Gay on for the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now Jackson on first down, and he fires one incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Defense, let's go.
Play action. It's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. If he gets this away, it's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. On first down, Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch 19, watch 19. Hey, watch this, watch this. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On third down, Swift. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike. Let's get this.
First carry for James Conner. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run the counter. Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
He'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to get a score back. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gay now set to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35. They'll look to throw, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to at least knock the deficit down a bit. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Ravens on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Spud.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Down. And two-stop.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the ball. Big trip.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Washington's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
They'll set up a throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in the game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jackson now. Got a man. It's Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A very solid gain of 27. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Jackson. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 51 to Mike.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield? And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And Jackson throwing once more. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.